Hey, what's going on guys? Coach Seth here. So today we're going to talk about some of my favorite agility drills for basketball. But if you're new here, my name is Seth Thomas. I'm a basketball and strength coach, helping you become a better athlete for basketball. So if you're interested in more videos just like this one, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. And as always, if you're interested in a free 10-week conditioning program, I have it linked up in the description, so make sure to check that out if you are interested. All right, so first off, let me explain the benefits of working on your agility and working on your footwork. What is these drills going to improve? You should see a big increase in your quickness, have a faster footwork, and even more importantly, control over your footwork. So let me give you an example of lack of footwork. So this is one thing that I struggled with a lot back whenever I was in high school. Basically, I would try to do a move and I would have it in my mind and I would be pretty good at it going at a normal pace, but in a game, you can't go at a normal pace. You have to be very, very quick in a game. And a lot of times, your feet and your legs are not as fast as your mind. So your mind and your body, your feet has to catch up with them. Sometimes you might try to make a quick move and you might stumble or something. Your footwork is just not fast enough to be able to do it in game speed. Basically, your feet and your legs aren't corresponding with your mind effectively enough. And that is what agility work is going to help improve. And this is not just an offensive thing. This will also help tremendously on defense as well. So let's go ahead and get into these drills. This first group of drills is all going to be done with a speed ladder. If you don't have a speed ladder, I'll put a link in the description. But for now, if you have like some chalk or even some tape or something like that, just tape some on the sidewalk or just chalk it out on the sidewalk and that will work just fine. But I'm going to give you a few of my favorite progressions. This first one is going to be forward 2 feet in 1. So with most of these, I like to make sure and pick up the knees quite a bit. I don't like to just go minimal movement of the knees. You don't need them up high, up by the chest or anything, but make sure you kind of pick them up a little bit. It's gonna help a lot with this footwork stuff. And also, one thing I see people not focus on with, especially things like ladder drills, is getting the arms involved. Getting the arms involved is gonna help with your rhythm, which we all know is a big thing in basketball, and that's a big thing with footwork as well. So make sure you get those arms involved as well. Next one is just gonna be laterally. So I like to make sure and face the same way. That way you're getting both sides with this. But same thing with this, make sure to pick those knees up and get those arms involved. Just having the mindset of going as quick as you can. So this next one is a side to side. So both of your feet is going to be in each square. And once you get to the side, it's just going to be one. You don't have to tap both sides in. So we're going side to side all the way down and try to go quick. This is where the rhythm of the arms is going to change a little bit. Instead of moving every time the leg moves, I move my arms every time I reach the side, just because the feet are moving a lot more on this one. If you can't do these very quick yet, don't worry about it. You will get better. Just keep working on it. This next one is kind of going to be the same thing. The only thing is we're going to pick up the knees a little bit more, and then we're going to pause each time we hit the outside. So we're gonna pause, make sure we control it, land, stick that landing, and then reverse into the other side as quick as you can through these, but make sure we get that solid pause. I like to go through each of these progressions at least 2 times. The next group of drills, you really don't even need anything. If you have a line, that's really all you need with this is a line. But if you don't have a line, you can just use an imaginary line of some sort. For these first two, we're gonna use 2 feet. Feet are gonna be side by side the whole time, and it's just gonna be forward and back over the line. And you want this pretty small spurts. Really, it's all on the balls of your feet. So rather than jumping back and forth, you're just doing a very, very light top. We don't need to worry about getting the knees up on this one. Next, we're gonna keep our feet pretty close together, and then all we're gonna do is just laterally. So that same thing, just laterally, back and forth, really, really quick. After we get those done, we're gonna go into single legs now. So single leg, forward and back, quick. Make sure to get both sides of these as well. And same thing, just like with the 2 feet, we're gonna go laterally. We're gonna go side to side with that single leg. And just keep in mind, if you're not used to these drills, these are gonna feel really, really awkward, and it's not gonna feel like you're going very fast, but don't worry about it. These quickness drills don't seem like they're doing much, but you will improve over time. And this last drill that we're gonna do with the line is just gonna be a scissor. Just like we're doing scissor jumps, we're tapping on each side, and we're getting the arms involved on this one. So the opposite arm is forward as the opposite leg is forward. Make sure we're tapping and we're keeping the space in between our feet minimal on this because we want to create as much quickness as we can. So the last group of exercises is just going to involve some cones. So if you don't have cones, I'll link these up as well, but if you have a good imagination, you can just use your imagination with the cones. We're just gonna do some basic drills for the cones. This first one, you're gonna have the cones side by side, maybe like 4 or 5 yards apart. You're gonna defensive slide and then tap the cone. Now, whenever you do these, you don't want to turn your head and look at the cone. Keep your head forward because that also works on that peripheral vision, right? So you can see the cones as your head is forward. You keep your head forward and you tap down, and then you go right back to the other side, you tap down. Make sure to not cross the feet and make sure to get low into your stance. And for this last one is gonna be a shuffle into a sprint. So we'll probably spread the cones out just a little bit farther. We're gonna start at one cone, do our defensive slide all the way to the other one. And just like what we did in the last one, keep that head forward, tap down. As soon as we tap that cone, we're gonna immediately turn the body into a full speed sprint. And we're just working on that takeoff for this one. So you don't have to sprint very far. I only did like 15 or 20 yards on this. And then you're gonna jog back and then do the opposite side with this. So those are my favorite agility drills for basketball. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in more videos just like this one, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. And I'll see you guys next time.